Here at the courthouse in the Bronx. They filming heavy. I don't know what they filming. For life. Excuse me, can you say what you filming? For life, it says?
Yeah.
What's that?
So,
A new show?
yeah.
Well, good luck, good brother.
Thanks, man.
Go get him.
What's up? It's Andre from Black Nerd Comedy, and you're checking out Justice League Live. Because if you weren't, then they wouldn't be live. See you, man.
Later!
Black Jones, also known as Zach, the original Black Ranger. Just want to give a shout out to the Justice League. Hey, get it, fellas. Peace.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. What up, world? It's your man, Sadler Ward. I'm here with another video. Yup, this time it ain't a movie, it ain't premium channels. It's straight up ABC, man. And normally I don't do shows on ABC, but I want to give y'all more. I want to touch stuff that people aren't necessarily touching. And I want to see this show get some life, man. The show we're going to talk about, obviously, you know from the headlines, is For Life, 50 Cent, G-Unit Television. Wow, G-Unit Television. Have we really come that far? I guess we have. So if I'm going to get away from the Black Love and the Marvel movies and the DC movies, and we're going to talk about prison and prison reform. Because I think For Life is an important show, man. It's important that you watch it. All of us got friends and family that's locked up. And if you don't, you probably don't get out that much. Because incarceration is a huge problem right now in this country. And I know somebody in witness protection. Do I know any lifers? I do know some lifers. But what made this show so interesting to me is that this is about a guy who was doing 70 years. And he beat his case. He was exonerated. And with what we saw from the Central Park 5, now known as the Exonerated 5, I think that exoneration, they not going to change the system. You got to change the system. You got to change it for yourself. So for all my brothers that's locked down, all my sisters that's locked down, I know a female that did some time, man. One of my biggest regrets is not going to see her, man. You know, people love you and they say they love you and then they don't go see you, man. I don't know what's that about. It was like 5 hours from where I was. And it wasn't fair. It wasn't right. One of my big regrets, man. I didn't have one Saturday that I could donate to going to see this young lady. You know, people fall into bad cycles of life, and hip hop music is just rest in peace to Pop Smoke, and my condolences to his family. I never knew him, never met him. I just started listening to his music a few months ago, but I enjoyed it. Um, but with crime being so sensationalized through movies, I think we need to be very careful that we're not setting our kids up to fail. And when they do end up in the penitentiary, we got to help get them out. I mean, prison reform is a big deal, man. And this is about a man uh, played by Nicholas Pinnock. He plays Aaron Wallace, who is looking at 70 years. And he's got a child on the way. And he got a grandchild on the way. And he wants to get out. But the dynamic is set up really well, man. I heard that 50 Cent read the book, or at least he didn't read the book. There is a book, but he heard about the book, and he sat down for an interview with the man. Like, wow, the guy became a lawyer in jail and started getting other prisoners off and working on his own case and got his life sentence reduced to the point where he was exonerated too. That's crazy. A lot of times police officers are rushing the paperwork just so they can get home to their wife and kids. It's a shame that they're taking certain people away from their wife and kids. There are a lot of great podcasts about what goes on in the penitentiary. We watch Lock Up and we hear hip hop music, and drug dealing is sensationalized. And a lot of times we just lining kids up to go to jail, man. So I wanted to address that before. Sometimes a kid be so bad, like a 5-year-old, I heard people say, lock him up now. Save yourself the time and energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's a shame. We shouldn't give up on people, but at the same time, we gotta make a better system, y'all. And if I could figure it out, I might. If you want to do something about prison reform, I'll try to put it in the comments below of organization here in Los Angeles that's working against, working towards prison reform and against the system as it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I even know a CO. I know police officers. A lot of people know police officers, but I know people on all levels of the gambit. So this show For Life hit home with me, man. The actor is another London actor. He's talented though. I got a Denzel vibe from him. Nicholas Pinnock, like I said, plays Aaron Wallace. But what might interest you is the warden of the jail. One of the best movies ever made was Shawshank Redemption. You know what I'm saying? That was a jail movie for the most part. So Indira Varma plays Safia Masri, who is the warden. They got a female warden that's implementing all these new rules, and guards are quitting left and right. So it's already chaos within the prison system, man. And you're going to love her if you don't already, because she was the mother of the sand snakes. And she looked amazing in Game of Thrones, and she don't look amazing in this, but it's the same person. She just comes off a little brash. So they're setting it up so that she's going to be another villain. I don't know if she has a villain face. Yeah, I mean, Indira is another actor from the UK. You know what I mean? But I don't know if what her character is native based. But I just want to see more black actors from America playing African Americans. Am I crazy? Nicholas is Jamaican based, and he does a phenomenal job. So I'm going to get off that high horse. But I do feel like Hollywood is a little bit enchanted with the British accent a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I seen, Weebay makes an appearance in like the first scene. You know what I mean? Look at all the beautiful actors and wonderful actors that was in The Wire. The best show on television, arguably, ever. You know what I'm saying? The Wire was up there with Game of Thrones, and it didn't have a whack ending. I don't remember the exact ending, but it wasn't like a epic fail like Game of Thrones. The Wire would have you hooked every week. If you've never watched The Wire, I suggest you go back and watch it. But Weebay is your man, Hassan Inez, I think, Nanaz, Nahaz. I don't know how. Hassan is the actor's name. You know what I'm saying? He plays a character called Felonious Monk. Let me just run you the whole breakdown. So they bring back Joy Bryant, who plays the main prisoner, Aaron's wife, who is now married to his best friend. You know what I'm saying? Glenn Fisher is played like Glenn Fisher plays Frank Foster, and then you have Boris McGiver, you know what I'm saying, who plays Maskin. Maskin is the DA. And I would think Glenn Fisher is the prosecutor. This story so deep is I believe the prosecutor ends up in real life killing himself. So we'll see if that happens. It ain't gonna happen on episode 1 of For Life, but it is gonna happen. Book 1 is about a young man with a rape case, and it was statutory. I don't know the difference between statutory. I don't know a lot of legal terms. I'm not a lawyer, but the guy was 18 and the girl was 17. The girl was 15. So he dated her when she turned 16 and he was still 17. Then when he turned 18, he broke up with her because he knew her parents was going to press charges. Now, in that area, I think those laws take place so that, so that grown men don't date little girls. But there's a lot of 18-year-old men that are still very immature. In certain states, it's fine with parental consent for them to get married. But when you're 18 and you're in school with somebody that's 17, it's kind of hard to get your head around it legally. You can't date them. You know what I mean? You knew her for 4 years. That's your friend. Your friend. When you're 18, it's a weird age to be. But the young man, the girl died. She almost overdosed on Oxycontins. She survived, but somehow the guy got raped and attempted murder, and the girl had committed suicide, or she didn't. She had unsuccessfully tried to commit suicide. So she went off into her life with her rich family, and he was a young man who was a little bit slow, a little bit awkward. The funny thing about these cases, because this happened in real life, and the guy spent so much time in jail, these are real stories reenacted with bits of truth sprinkled throughout. Names and certain things were changed, and he actually was trying his hardest to get this young man off, and they were scared, like, how you gonna be my lawyer and you in jail right next to me? You know what I mean? And they let him have all his law books. The warden was very lenient, but she's also very stern. So that's going to be the juxtaposition there, because she's I don't know how she identifies, but she's with a woman. She's a woman with a woman, however you want to call that. That's what she is. And her wife, is also running for DA against the opposing DA. So they're saying you're stacking the deck. Like, you got prisoners coming in trying to blow up this case and mess these things up. So she's got to protect her own butt. She got to protect her wife's butt politically, because your man Aaron Wallace went to the news. First chance he walked out of as a lawyer, this is an exciting story for the news. So as soon as the news cameras came up, he was like, my client has been unfairly treated, blah, blah, blah. You know that lawyer talk. And the warden was pissed, like, yo, you too hot right now. You try to keep this quiet. Why would you go to the press? And he's like, I'm not going to go to the press no more. Then at the end, his granddaughter turned up pregnant. And he's like, you know what? I got to get home as fast as possible. Whatever feathers I might ruffle, you know what I'm saying? That it is what it is. I got to get home. Okay, I'm not going to let nobody stand in my way. So it's pure determination. And that's what this show is about. So you know that touches me, because I'm having a hard time right now staying determined, staying focused. I make children's books. I write stories. And it's difficult to sell your stories. People would rather buy a fish sandwich than they would a book. You know what I mean? It's nothing for somebody to go out to a $200 dinner. But you think they're going to call me and buy $200 worth of my books? No, they'll be like, oh, I got one kid. I'm going to buy one book. Here's your $15. See you later. But I got to survive every day through these book sales. So At the end of this, you'll see a commercial for my book, and I'm gonna do more and more and more and more and more videos, man. I'm back. Aqua is back, bro. But I gotta get my hustle on also. So we're gonna talk about business. I got a new show coming called The Process. But this show for life, man. Episode 1, pilot episode, directed by George Tillman. I'm there, man. It was fun. A couple jokes in it. When you find out that the best friend is now married to the wife, and the wife still loves Aaron Wallace. That's a crazy love triangle right there, man. So, salute to 50 on finding another good show. This is ABC. This ain't Stars. This is prime time. And we'll see if America can look at a dude with a beard, a black dude looking grizzly every week, because he's still grimy. He ain't coming in. He ain't clean like Ghost. Like, I can understand the women might want to stare at Ghost all week, and we might want to stare at Tasha and Detective Valdez and all the other, different shades of beautiful women on Tommy's Girlfriend, Lala Anthony, or the redhead. I can understand why the appeal for power was. It was good-looking people on the stage. Not to say that Nicholas Pinnock is not good-looking. I'm just saying he's scruffy. He got that childish Gambino haircut and the beard, and it's always nappy, and he's in court. And he cleans up in these dirty, dirty-ass bathrooms, putting his tie on, sharp, coming out sharp. His hair's still crazy. And you can still see he has a thugged out edge to him. That's what makes the British actor so good at this, because I feel like this is a New York. He reminds me of Denzel. Denzel always in his prime. I'm not even going to take that away. But I hear the Denzel accent in what he's saying and when he's talking. And he's not polished like a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like these silver spoon lawyers. You could hear the grit coming through. And I'm sure he's going to rub a lot of judges the wrong way. He'll win some cases and he's going to lose some cases. So that's all I wanted to share with you for now. I recommend you watch this movie. I'm going to check it out again next week. Be on the lookout for my Narcos review. This is Aqua, a.k.a. Sadler Ward, and I'm about this thing, bro. Who just stuck around to the end, I appreciate that, man. The reason is because, the reason I'm going so much is because I have a book. It's called Honeydew and Mary Lou. It's created by Rasheed Wallace, written by Sadler Ward, and we got a new one on the way. It's almost done. Honeydew, Mary Lou, and a very cute puppy dog, too. Alright, so if you want to buy Honeydew and Mary Lou, it's available at kidsentertainmentrocks.com. And a new announcement is Big Z's in the Dream Squad. Okay? It's not out yet. These are blank covers. $200 each. It's a proud to pay. It's my own comic book. I will be shopping the deal. The pages are filled with action. And each, the covers, this is a one-of-one. Each cover is completely different. Bobo bought one, Flash bought one. And each one I draw your own cover. So while I'm out here shopping a comic book deal, you could purchase the book for $200 to support. DM me at KidsAntRocks on Instagram if you're interested in getting a book for $200 or a children's book for $15. Okay? So the difference with the children's book and the comic book is that I'm going to get a deal. And if I have a deal, you will have had a Superman comic before it went to DC Comics. You know what I'm saying? You would have had a Superman comic before the world. So you can eBay that for whatever you want. It will never go under $200. It might go as high as $2,000. Who knows? Superman sold for $1 million, right? I hear Nicolas Cage bought it. I don't know. Could be a rumor. But what I'm saying is I'm home creating comics. Alright? That's what I'm up to. And you can own a piece of this project by supporting at KidsAntRocks. DM me and say I want my Big Z's. Done. Thank you for your support. See you next time. And the books are only $15.95 for the children's books. Alright? Available for the kids. Aqua loves the kids.